All right, so with vertical gardens, the soil is a really important piece of the puzzle. When you're on a vertical space, you don't want a very heavy soil, and so you're working with stuff that's going to have a lot of, likely some perlite in it, like we've got in here. That's the little white stuff, looks like little styrofoam. It's not styrofoam, but perlite, vermiculite is one of my favorite ones. You can see it's a lot of lighter mulch and compost. We have no native soil at all in any of our raised beds when we do them as wall gardens especially. And you want stuff that can really hold the moisture and will not constrict and contract when it gets too dry. It'll always stay and keep a nice good form. And you got to super saturate it first, especially with wall gardens like these. We want to super saturate the soil, which means that we literally soak it. And you may even get it wet before you put it in, just to ensure that you have even balance of moisture. Because as these things dry out, if it dries out too much and it constricts, when you water it the next time, the water just pours down the back side or the front side and doesn't actually soak up into where the roots are for your plants. And so it's really important to keep consistent moisture. It's better to water these a little bit every day, kind of top them off, than it is to try to do deep watering. And great systems like this, they drain through the next one to the next one. And this is a good example of what happens if the water wasn't, or if the soil was not initially super saturated when it was set up. And that's what happened for us. It was not super saturated soil. And so these ones started to die because even though it was watered every day, it was just draining through a pocket of dryness. And then when we finally got it super saturated, this little oregano plant was able to recover. And as it's recovering, now it's going to end up filling out and it'll be fine. But that's one of the major indicators that you don't have a good super saturated soil to start with, because plants will not be able to get the moisture they need, despite the fact everything else looks wonderful.